latest findings on archaeology and anthropology. Scientists stunned by Cradle of Humankind findings. Archaeologists uncovered a region in South Africa which is now drowned by rising sea levels where early humans once thrived. We have to remember the Ice Age and the glaciers that locked up a lot of the Earth's water in the North and South Poles, making, of course, a lot of areas dry land, and also the fact that travel between islands, for example, in the Aegean Sea, could have been done by foot or even by small boats because the sea level was much lower. Now, areas that have been dubbed by Paleo-Agulhas Plain on the very southern tip of Africa and would have been roughly the size of Ireland. They go back 11,500 years. Earth was in the midst of an ice age at that time, meaning a lot of the planet's water was trapped in glaciers closer to the North and South Poles. This means that sea levels, which were much lower, more land on South Africa, and indeed many places around the planet, were exposed. By reconstructing the conditions of the then coastlines, by analyzing modern vegetation along the Cape of South Africa, the South Coast, archaeologists have been able to piece together early humankind's existence. The statement from University of California, Riverside explained, vegetation was reconstructed based on a model of the ancient climate and fire patterns of these glacial phases that define human evolution. The group developed a vegetation model based on present-day patterns and environmental conditions, comparing their model to an independent derived vegetation map to validate it, and then applied it to the climate, landforms, and soils reconstructed for the peak of the last ice age on the Paleo-Agulhas Plain. This savanna-like vegetation is rare in the modern landscape and would have supported the megafauna typical of glacial periods, the woolly mammoth, for example. Now, these giant animals found in the archaeological record include a great diversity of grazing animal, including the now extinct giant Cape buffalo, and others of which no longer occur naturally in this part of Africa, such as giraffes. The Paleo-Agulhas Plain had extremely high plant species diversity, as well as greater variety of ecosystems and plant communities than currently found in the region now, and including shale grassland with dune, fibrous thicket mosaic on upland and broad and shallow floodplains, supporting a mosaic of woodland and grassland on fertile alluvial soils. So you can imagine how beautiful this area, very lush and very fertile, would have been. Perhaps it's the most surprising from the Cradle of Humankind along South Africa's coast is the lack of evidence of shellfish remains, something which should be present for a coastal group of humans. So no shellfish means that the sea wasn't anywhere near this area. This suggests humans would head inland to find larger animals to feast on. Janet Franklin, professor of biogeology in the Department of Botany and Plant Sciences at UCR, said these Pleistocene glacial periods would have presented a very different resource landscape for early modern humans, hunter-gatherers, than the landscape found in modern Cape coastal lowlands, and may have been instrumental in shaping the evolution of early modern humans. In September 2015, scientists announced the discovery of previously unknown Homo sapiens called Homo naledi in a cave in South Africa. These beings were discovered 50 kilometers northwest of Johannesburg, South Africa, with a brain the size of an orange, a slender body, ape-like shoulders, and feet almost identical to humans. The skeleton provides a unique insight into our human past. This is by Sean Martin on Express UK. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.